Do you want to know what the secret strategies the 1% of entrepreneurs deploy to enable them to become part of the 1%? Well, on today's Monday Mantra, I'm going to be going over one of the most important strategies that if you start deploying it tomorrow, will put you well on the way to becoming a member of the 1% Club. Well, that's coming up right after this. Do you ever find that you find yourself trying to grab 15 minutes here or 20 minutes there, or you have your list of things, you sit down at your desk in the morning and you're like, I'm going to get to this and I'm going to get to that, and the day just evaporates? Today's strategy is something that I think could absolutely transform your business. It could absolutely transform your income, and it can bring you way closer to your goals in a significantly condensed time period if you follow what I'm about to say pretty specifically. Now, this is not anything new. People have been doing this strategy for a long time. I recently discovered it, and I've been deploying it for about a month or so, and I have to tell you the results are profound. I use that word very, very strategically. The results are profound. I'm not going to string this out. I'm going to show you the strategy in a minute, and it is really, really simple. I want to frame it with this, which is Winston Churchill was famed during World War II, which is, one of the most kind of like chaotic times and dangerous times and highly pressurized times of the 20th century in my homeland of the United Kingdom, Great Britain as it was called back then. And Churchill was famed to say this phrase, which has always stuck with me since I was a boy. He said, I want to accomplish one big thing today, and then if I accomplish a bunch of small things, that will be a bonus. I'm paraphrasing it and I'm probably messing it up, so if you know what the actual quote is, please put that in the comments, because I think it's a glorious quote that has got jumbled in my mind over the years. So let me jump into kind of the structure of exactly how this works. And I had a bit of an aha moment from a friend of mine who I love and trust, when he broke it down to me, and he's ultimately the one that showed me how to deploy it. So I'm someone, I get up early anyway. I'm awake early. I'm awake at 5 o'clock or 5:30 or even 4:30. And my daily routine used to be the following. I used to wake up. I used to enjoy that little bit of time on my own. I'd have the coffee and maybe watch a little bit of a Netflix show, because I thought I'm cheating the day and this time is mine. And then ultimately I would get into working out, and then the day would begin, and then I'm off and running. So nothing wrong with that, right? Waking up, a little meditation time, a little workout, into work, and boom. Normally, if I'd have heard that a few years ago, I would have said fan-bloody-tastic. However, the strategy is as simple as this, ladies and gentlemen. The stuff that I want to do, such as having my espresso, maybe watching half of a Netflix show and chilling out and maybe meditating for a little bit before the day begins, does not go away. What I do is I set my alarm clock for an hour and 15 minutes earlier, so I can wake up. I literally wake up, grab a coffee, sit at my computer. I have a strategic list of things that I want to do. Send an email to Andy, write some copy for my Instagram post, prospect 10 people via email. And you don't just go in there and say, what am I doing? You prepare your golden hour before the day begins, and you attack. I feel my production level and my work level has gone up 100%. That is a pretty good payoff. I'm adding an additional focused 20%. I'm not taking anything away. I still get my workout, still get my latte, still get to watch half a Netflix show, but I use that as a reward after I have cranked out my big, important task or tasks. And I wouldn't suggest you have more than 3 to crank out in the golden hour. Now, here is the other part to this. This does not work if you do it once or twice a week, or if you do it for a week and then you kind of don't do it for a month. Unfortunately, this strategy must be deployed for 5 days a week at least, preferably 6. If you do this 5 days a week, it means you'll be able to stop work, I believe, at the same time, if not a little earlier. You're going to find that wonderful feeling of being ahead. You've caught up with everything. You're not constantly like, oh my God, I've got to get to this stuff. Now, if you want to, you can go for 2 hours in the morning. I normally get up at 5. I'm still going to get up at 5, but now I'm going to be working at 5 to 7. So I'm going to crank out 2 hours undisturbed business. And then I'm going to work out. And then I'm going to have my breakfast. And then I'm going to have my latte. And then I'm going to get into the day. And now I'm ahead of the game. Because as we all know, 2 hours undisturbed in the morning, or even an hour undisturbed in the morning, is like 3 hours during the day, maybe even 4. The strategy is really profoundly simple. Maybe I'm writing a book. Maybe I'm writing a screenplay. Maybe I'm developing TV shows. And I can do all of that in front of my regular day. The beautiful thing about the golden hour is this. This is one of the big takeaways. You don't need to finish the task, right? You can start the task and then you must stop. You have a hard start and a hard stop. And then you have to then start your regular day. It does take some commitment. It does take some discipline. But ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the best things I've ever done. And I've done Monday Mantras for a long time. And this one is one of the best ones if you can get your head around it and you can be disciplined and you can do it. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you very much for being here. I do appreciate it. If you're going to deploy this strategy, put it in the comments. Let me know. Let me hear that you're kind of going to be going for it. And this will be a team effort and we will share stories on the other side. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pete Lorimer. Out. Thank you for being with me, and I'll be back again for another Monday Mantra next week.